Welcome, everyone, to Dice at the Table. This is our actual play virtual tabletop role playing session of The Kingdom of the Grave using the Pathfinder 2nd Edition rule set in a homebrew campaign set in the world of Eru. Eru is a world of fantastic magic and other things, but let's talk about some fantastic stuff, like the fantastic people at ForgottenAdventures.net. They provide a great many of the assets and maps, and a lot of the visuals that we use are through Forgotten Adventures. Uh, Also, a lot of our maps are made with Dungeon Draft and World Draft, and those use Forgotten Adventures, so that all kind of weaves together. And of course, Forgotten Adventures Nexus, which is a really cool little module on Foundry, which you can see right here on my screen, not necessarily on the player screen. Um, but basically, it allows you to draw up all the assets. It's a nice little indexing system. They finally did that, and it's like, holy crap, it's a game changer. Other awesome, wondrous things like the World of Eru. Our music and sound. We get music and sound. We use it from Monument Studios, Alexander Nakarada, and Michael Gelfi Studios. And what else? What else? Oh, yeah, this is really important. We use animated assets from Jules and Ben's animated assets. So you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you see the little swirly little magic portal with JB2A. Yeah, that's their whole symbol thing. It's pretty friggin' awesome. All our fireballs, the burning fire in the background of the picture you're looking at, all those things, all the spell effects when you see a lightning bolt, crash across the screen and take out a bunch of low-level douchebags. That's their work. It's friggin' awesome. And last but not least, we're going to talk about Dubby. Dubby is an energy drink powder mix that you add into water, kind of like Gatorade, but it's like if Monster had a Gatorade formula, only it wasn't Monster, it was something slightly better than Monster. That's Dubby. Dubby has a variety of flavors to try, and we have a promotion code from them called DATT, DATT 2026. You get 10% off any of your orders. Yeah, Dubby's pretty freaking awesome. I like it,
Oh yeah.
and thank you, W, for sponsoring us. That being said, are you
I just
guys
tried
ready
a
to
new
get into it?
flavor from it.
You tried a new flavor? What flavor?
It's called Sour Gummy Bears, and it holds up to the name.
Holy moly, that sounds interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, they dropped that flavor sometime in the last month. So
Nice.
Sour gummy bears. I'm gonna have to try that. That sounds like okay. It's something I want to try, but I would not be surprised if it was like a one shot and I'm done.
fair
I
enough.
don't I don't know if sour gummy bear
I-
I don't know if
It's not like super sour or anything. It's just
okay.
it's not like
Like
make your mouth pucker. It's not like sour warhead levels of sour. It's just kind of
Doug,
tart.
I was just thinking about like drinking a shock tart. I might not be up to a 12-ounce shock tart drink, you know.
um, so Doug,
And
how much
Steph, you
of
were gonna
that have
say?
you been drinking lately?
That this is the first caffeinated thing I've had in like 4 days.
Okay, so it's not contributing to other things. Okay, we're good.
No. I needed a little bit more of a head clarity thing today. I've been kind of in and out of drowsy
Oh,
all day, so
well, 32 will do that to
Head
you.
cloudy, can't afford cocaine, try Dubby. And there goes our sponsorship. No.
It gives you generalist, though. That's the difference between cocaine and this is it gets generalist. Or so I've heard about
Dubby,
cocaine. I don't know.
all the energy, none of the desire to sit in a bathroom with some junkie at 3 o'clock in the morning and talk about world politics. Got it. So that's another benefit of Dubby.
Chubby has a lot of good benefits. I,
heavy.
you
All
know.
the energy, none of the gang rape.
Jesus Christ. That's like that friggin' faux Applebee's sign. Like live fast, die young, fuck midgets. And somebody put it up on the Applebee's allegedly, and Applebee's had to put on their social media, "We do not condone the living fast, dying young, or fucking a midget." And it's like, whoa, guys.
Wow, okay. Somebody went some dark
Yeah, social
places.
media has gone. Yeah, social media's gone kind of cray-cray.
It's just gone
That
crazy.
being
Yeah.
said, w.gg.
Yes.
W.gg, promo code DATT2026. And yeah, the ball is in the court on
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, shit.
That'll
I
get you
expect the
10%
cease
off.
and desist letter at some point.
Yeah. Don't try to mix codes. You can only use one code at a time either.
Yeah, that's true.
And don't snort it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine
don't.
that's not
Yeah,
recommended.
probably not. It's not a FDA approved use of Dubby.
I'm going to presume that you found
All
that
right.
out the
That being
hard
said,
way.
last week. No, we were just talking about cocaine.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that you'd
So
shook it
it's like
up too
it's
much
the
and it had the powder cloud when you opened it up, and you went, ah.
no. I
Oh,
accidentally
I've
did that a
done
couple of years
that.
ago with a. I did that with a Crystal Light raspberry tea, and
Oh,
everything tasted like raspberries for like 3 days. It was friggin'
Oh,
awful.
uh, my uh,
so
my daughter spilt like an entire container of Dubby in her room a couple months ago, and the cleaning it up of it was awful. And for like
well, but it didn't
the ne-
stain anything.
no, it didn't stain anything, but it's like if somebody sprinkled some of the scented foot odorizer stuff all over the carpet, and you couldn't get all of it up.
Oh
Okay,
well,
so another disclaimer: Dubby, not a carpet freshener.
right.
We should do an entire episode of what Dubby isn't. Dubby, not a rectal cleaning agent.
Dubby,
God,
it whips the llama's ass.
let's
Oh,
just get
Winamp. Okay, let's get into it.
let's just
All
get
right.
into it.
So last week, you guys stumbled upon, tracked down the lair of
Banthus.
Benefice Elmagia, who is apparently the grown-up adult version of Banth, the guy that you fought way back when. I believe he was the first person who introduced you to the joys and terror of a chain lightning spell.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you guys are now in his sanctum of spiders, and you've gotten all the way here without a fight because he wanted to actually talk to you guys. I believe we ended it with him wanting to parlay.
So let's let him parlay.
So the cult of Apophis, those of us on the living side, they friggin' these morons don't realize that it's the end of them as well. They're fanatics. They see that at the end of this whole thing, there'll be a paradise for just them. They have not realized that Apophis is going to turn this planet into a smoking rock, lifeless smoking rock, spinning into the void for eternity. You have seen the prophetic visions. You know what's at
Yes.
stake. And I am entertaining thoughts of changing sides.
What would your tactic be?
Well, my tactic is to change sides and provide support in exchange for certain leniencies.
I was asking for a little more specifics than that. What would be the way that you would try and defeat this whole thing?
Well, the tricky part is you can't or you shouldn't be approaching this like a standard war because every death on either side adds to his strength. So, two armies of 5,000 clash, 2,500 people walk away. Every one of those souls, that death adds to his and he waves his hand in a grandiose but still mockingly cynical manner and says, His Majesty. And he kind of does a little eye waggle to show that he thinks it's kind of ridiculous. It's like, so, if you can't use life to fight death, the question becomes, how do you fight death? He kind of is clearly indicating he wants you guys to postulate on
Well,
answer to this riddle.
the cycle does not care life or death. All things end.
But if death is getting too
That's
powerful,
something a cultist would say. Apophis is going to break the cycle with nothing but eternal, unreturned death.
right? See, the ordinary cycle is that from death comes new life.
Yes, but
Banthus
they're not
pulls out from his
after
pocket.
just death. They are unwittingly just going to eradicate everything.
So
So
Banthus
Banthus
pulls.
pulls out from his pocket this small pitted. If it wasn't pitted, it'd probably be a perfect sphere rock, and he kind of just drops it on the ground and goes, "That's what Apophis is going to do to this planet." There is no, and he looks at the cleric kind of mockingly, blessed cycle after that. And he looks at the ranger and he looks at the druid and goes, there is no life growing from this kind of death. There isn't a tree that falls down that then gives birth to mushrooms that then provide food for the ants, then provide food for the birds, etc., etc. There's a blasted, polished, and he pulls out another object from his robes, and it's just a perfectly smooth globe of obsidian because it's a perfectly polished globe of glass. Nothing grows from glass, does it?
Right. So we're aware of that. You don't have to convince us of the direness of the situation.
So how do you fight that?
Well,
How
we're
do you
asking how.
starve the ever hungry?
He points down at the obsidian, and he points down at the rock and goes, you feed it rock. You feed it that which it cannot be sustained from. And he looks at Carrick and he goes, you feed it automatons.
You feed it that which does not contain life, not of its own volition.
Yes, so instead of throwing an army of 100,000 against an army of 100,000, you throw 100,000 automatons at the army. And if the automatons win, the only deaths are on one side, it's not on both sides. For every one of these armies you have wiped out and have eradicated, you've added to his strengths. And for every one of your soldiers that has fallen in this act that you think is victory, has actually just been another defeat.
Who makes automatons?
He looks over at Eric and goes, Valinor has how many automatons? Automatons are golems of various kinds. Magic golems, stone golems, flesh
Okay.
golems, etc. Automatons.
Well, how many golems can be made? Carrick?
You'd probably produce a decent amount. They have a lot already at Valinor. Their infantry is entirely fucking golems.
Like they've been planning this.
No, like it's a town full of fucking wizards that can't fucking box.
Fair.
It's Clothy Town, Doug. They have to have something to fight.
They have to put something in front of the bad guys so they can fucking fire their magic missile. Lightning bolt, magic missile, fireball. Oh shit!
Well, they have to put something in the way that won't care if they get shot in the back.
Right?
Well, Iron Golem plus
Okay.
fireball equals not a problem for the Iron Golem. You also have organic based automatons.
That
The
would
things
still
that I've been they
contain
don't contain
some sort of life.
they don't they don't contain the spark of life.
What other what elementals and stuff or
No, my pets.
oh.
Your abominable
The
spiders.
lovely spiders that when they bite you, uh, you feel the actual the venom is of the void. The venom is of entropy. These creatures, they don't their death does not add to his power.
Okay, so if you feed it undeath, it just cancels out?
They're not undeath. The spiders were alive. They just have the ability to inflict a necrotic entropy on people, and then when those people die, they rise up as wights, wraiths, and whatnot. Yes, but the spiders themselves weren't actually undead. But they could be affected by holy power because they are conduits of that energy.
Where's the energy exchange with them? They have to have something.
Apophis is not a force of entropic change. He's a force of entropic end. So you can muddle around with the transmutive properties of certain deceased creatures, bits and pieces, and you can use transmutive powers that are not compatible with Apophis. But I have said enough for free. Let us speak of what all this means to me. And GM's note, he gave you guys a huge fucking strategic amount of information right there.
And how do you propose to help other than are you lending your spiders to the cause?
I can lend my spiders, and I have allies outside the ken of Apophis's domain that can assist, but they are looking for a parlay as well, and I have been authorized on their behalf to speak with thee.
And who is it you represent?
He gestures to the vaguely humanoid forms on the map. It's like, these are merchant traders of the land of Leng, and they would like to be able to secure uh, trade routes after the battle. After Apophis has been dealt with, they want to make sure that the trade routes that they currently have remain untouched. Pete, any thoughts?
Yes.
Now, as a druid right now, whatever druidy nature danger sense shit you have right now is going haywire. It's going batshit. Like all of this stuff, these people near you, the things that you can't quite see that are crawling up in the rafters and the shadows. There's this huge. This is not natural. This is not normal. This is not okay.
It's a trap.
Not the same. No, not a trap. Not the same feeling you get around like true necromancy and like absolute entropic force, but you definitely get a the baby has shit the diapers kind of sense. Not that the baby is dead. It's bad, but it's not the worst thing that could happen.
Well, it's the same feeling I got the last time when we first were introduced to the spiders.
Yeah.
These are things that should not be.
Exactly. It's not. They break the cycle.
They warp the cycle. They don't just break it.
Tomato,
Well,
tomato.
you also have things in the room that are not part of your guys' universal cycle. All right. So, continuing on, what do you guys think? What do you
What
want
do
to
these
say?
merchants trade in?
All sorts of exotic materials and secrets and lore and goods. You have materials that defy the laws of matter, man, and magic. You have uh, gems that are in hues and colors that are not normally seen. Uh, they trade in everything.
They're an interdimensional black market.
It would
Okay, I'm
seem.
fairly certain your character wouldn't actually know that fucking term.
Fine. Interplanar. Fine.
More of an extraplanar trading consortium.
So outside the planes. Okay. Well, I don't think that we would have any messing with their trade routes.
If they can be anywhere, anytime,
Right. I mean, you know.
what interference could we possibly cause?
Well, I think Carrick is getting close to being able to cause some significant interference, and Valinor could. But
Yeah. And we can't risk Valinor.
Carrick, are you willing to tell your people to not interfere with these guys for a time?
The problem here is that they clearly they treat on the other side of the Silver Arc. That is one of the rules. Is
That's
thou
a
shalt not treat.
broken tenet. Um,
And only the heir or the archon can, the archon or the archmage are the only people that can break these tenets and be given pardon within Valinor.
Well, within Valinor itself, but what about within Eru?
Valinor is supposed to enforce the laws of magic within Eru.
So Kirik would not put up with. So I go stand closer to the cleric for a moment to speak as quietly as I can and using a bit of that skill, the party cohesion.
Party cohesion.
Yeah, there we go. Communicate to you in words that you understand but are not obvious to others listening
Right.
that I don't trust him and I think we should kill him.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same.
So, using party cohesion, do we want to go ahead and just attack?
Who do you want me to go after?
Well, um, I don't know. Depending on how the rolls go for initiative, I'm going to cast. Do you want me to cast haste on us or slow on him?
What's the highest you can cast that at?
I can cast it at two of the group now.
Cast slow on their entire party.
Okay, let me check and see if I can do that. Slow at
If you've
six.
got haste at
Yep,
the same thing.
sixth is up to 10 creatures. A DC 39 Fortitude save.
And within a range, I would imagine.
30 feet.
Yeah.
And they're pretty well in that zone for me, aren't they?
Oh, he's just starting it off. Okay.
Well, he's within earshot of you guys, and he's already made his decision.
Yeah, I'm within 30 feet for everybody.
All right.
He's within earshot.
No, this is Carrick.
Oh,
Carrick's 10 feet away from you.
okay.
Carrick's casting chain lightning on everybody. That's
That sounds good. So, do we have here any kind of a... No, we haven't even entered combat officially yet.
this is
No,
a
he just-
surprise attack.
He just said,
Yes.
fuck it, I'm done. He basically said his point.
Yeah, and there we are.
I cannot wholly disagree with his point.
Me neither.
All damage to the things have been done.
Holy shit.
And now we have combat. But I want to actually take the guys that got defeated and remove them entirely over to the corner so they're not actually involved. And the game doesn't get confused by them.
Right.
Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I need to hit refresh because instead of removing them, it's just creating duplicates of the guys that are defeated. So I don't want to roll initiative on 30 fucking phantoms.
Right. Gotcha.
So I'm briefly refreshing. So basically, as you guys are talking, Garrick is within about 5. I'm having a selection issue. Kind of weird.
Mm.
It won't let me select all the bad guys, which is problematic. I just got them to do this, and now I've got to remove.
Okay, what is huge is 3x3? Yeah, large is 2x2. So huge is 3x3.
All right, now we have it done. All right. The fight has begun. And with that, you are up, Roach.
I can't turn into a dragon.
You can
There's
do
not
it.
a lot of room here.
Well, I can go 3x3, which is, unless the ceiling is too small.
Maybe 20 feet? You're not sure because the ceiling is actually shrouded in unnatural darkness.
I rolled highest. What the hell, Raymond? Well, screw it. First round, I will cast spells. That way, we can set up stuff.
No.
And I forgot to target things.
I just got booted out, so
Serena Falcon is still in on the
yeah, Serena's fine.
list.
This was the streamer bot.
I was going to say, StreamerBot is not on.
It had been booted. Serena's still in.
Okay. Do you want me to just send you the feed that I'm recording right now?
No, it's coming up.
Okay.
I'm back.
So while that's happening, Roach, what are you doing?
Casting spells. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to cast a 2-fer or a 3-fer. Let's
Cast
go.
a twofer and then move closer to Serena.
Okay. Let me target things.
50 to get multiples. I know it's been a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me read the spell. Oops.
Oh no. Okay.
What?
I have no vision except I can see the halos around each of our characters, but that's it. Everything else is black. I've shared the screen so you can see it.
All right.
Okay, I gotta
1 second.
move.
let me check out your screen.
Oh, I won't.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Much better, thank you. Yeah,
There we go.
perfect. Ah, it disappeared.
Okay, so you move 20 feet closer.
I'm moving. I'm trying to position it perfectly so that I am 30 feet because the spell range is 30.
What spell?
Slow.
Oh, I was doing that. Okay.
Well,
You
this
were
thought you were
allows
doing
you to do
haste.
damage instead.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing haste. He's doing slow.
Hey, Raymond's
Okay.
on.
Oh, hey.
Coises,
doing
you
it.
guys won't get it.
He's doing it from his phone now, so.
Ah,
Okay, so I will put mine up so you can
yep. And I will look
share
at
in the
yours,
joy.
because
Oh, I can see. My headset doesn't use this.
Okay.
Oh, he's doing the Discord from phone. Okay.
Gotcha.
right, Discord from phone. He just can't see the rest. But
Oh.
players.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm moving closer so that I can target the 3 acolytes that we can see in the room and targeting them with slow, because slow has a range of 30 feet.
Okay, so that they all critically failed, so that's hilarious. Awesome.
And so that will end my turn because that's a move and a 2 pip spell.
Yes, indeedy. In turn, this thing is not acting this round. Voldegern is up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I believe he only has a 20-foot movement range because of his thingy, his armor. Yeah, 20 feet. All right, so charging forward, drawing his blade. 3, 4. Oh, yeah, 25 feet. He targets Banth because Banth is the bad guy in the room. And having drawn Maven's Rest, he is then going to attempt to attack Banth with Maven's Rest.
Nice.
Getting a critical hit by 20.
Holy shit.
I feel it is okay at this time and totally acceptable at this time to reveal that after the sneak attack, Klaatu Verada Niktu lightning bolt, Banth had 11 hit points.
Okay, then. So Banth is dead now.
But Banth is at negative 65 hit points. And persistent damage.
Okay. So, I guess I won't be targeting him.
It depends on the spell, dude. You could raise dead so we can hit him again.
I don't have Raised Dead
So
queued up.
I guess Voldegern is then going to target this gentleman over here. And demoralize. Intimidate. Oh. Sorry. Target. Intimidation. Come on, do the roll. Okay, fucking basic action macro. Demoralize. I thought it was baked into the text. Apparently, it's not. Oh no, it is. It just took for fucking ever. Yeah, he critically succeeded on a 6. So, in addition to being slow as fuck, he's now frightened too. So he like basically slices down Banth, spins around, and goes, "You're next, pretty boy." To which pretty boy shat his pampers, I guess. All right. Raymond is up.
I'm going to sneak out from behind the pillar. And who's left? I'll go.
Well, there's 2 guys across the way, and there's one guy that's like right there. You can see.
See these 2, and where's the last one? Right there.
One here.
Go there.
He's the
then.
closest, and you get the 2 over here.
Target. Draw a weapon. Where's up? Outside. Oh, damn it. Critical hit.
That's a crit hit by 10.
Right, critical hit button. Sneak
Yep.
attack. Would I get sneak attack on that?
He has yet to act, and he's slowed and terrified. So I have no problem with you sweeping from the other side of the pillar. He didn't have line of sight on you, and going, "Huzzah, bitch!"
Huzzah, indeed.
Okay, so let's talk about overkill. Okay, our boy here had suffered 60% of his hit points gone in the opening Klaatu Barada Nikto lightning strike. And here you have just gone ahead and shaved the rest off. So he's down. He's successfully fallen for your Emperor's Feint.
Nice.
So move, strike, 2 visible foes across the way.
I will move there for my 3rd.
Alrighty. This guy's not acting yet. Nathan, or you are up.
Yep. I'm coming over here. Attacking. Critical.
I believe that allows me to.
And then double slice second attack on this guy south of me with dagger. And that'll be my turn because that's me.
Okay, hold up. What'd you hit with him on the first one? Oh, the Wrathblade.
Yeah. I
And
picked
then
up
you hit him with the tooth.
yeah,
okay.
I picked up a feat to dual wield.
Okay, that's not the part that had me interested. That motherfucker soaked almost the entirety of the Wrathblade.
Really?
You did 7 damage. It suffered 7 damage from you. Out of 101.
That must have been the spirit damage. What the hell?
Yeah.
Can I take my attack, please?
Yeah, go
yes,
for
you
it.
can. It was still a critical, so you still get a fucking
Must
rock and
target.
roll.
I did. did target it, but
This is your
Plus
free
five.
crit
Hold
because
up.
he critted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
and
he hit him.
is-
Yeah.
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 42. Yes. Sneak attack because I have flanking.
And he's off guard.
Yep.
He did not soak that damage.
Okay. Okay, so switching back from
Okay,
that.
so that was move, attack, correct?
Yes.
Serena,
Yes.
you are up.
Okay. And because we are still dealing with gods, I'm going to go ahead and cast it.
Okay.
At 7th rank.
You're going to
Okay.
give haste to the party, correct?
That's the point. Yeah, that's the thing.
You go ahead and do that. My coffee's done. I'm going to go grab that real quick.
Okay.
Everybody grab haste off of chat and apply it to your character.
As soon as I get it done here. Okay.
Very interested in what these guys would be so resistant to that they would soak pretty much the entirety of that.
Right? Well, I mean, you know.
I-
There's haste. I've got to try and get it down to my 7.
Right.
Come on, all the way down here to 7th, guys. Okay, it's acting as though I haven't actually... Okay. I haven't cast it yet in 7th, but it's lined out for me, even though I'm supposed to be able to do it.
Did you put it in a 7th level slot?
It's in a 7th level slot, but it's all lined out, and I can't use
Okay,
it.
just add it back in. You
Okay.
forgot to do your
Oh,
Dude,
you have
rest that.
you have 2 spells, 2 7th level spells. But yeah, you
Yes.
haven't rested.
Well, I have, though. But not...
You just forgot to actually press that teacup thing.
Well, no, it's more a matter of I didn't realize I had to actually tell it to activate the 7th level.
Hold up, let me see if I can do that for you. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Thank you. I believe I have targeted everybody.
Yes.
So everybody just take from chat
Yep.
the haste effect.
And apply
Nice.
it to yourself. There you go.
Yeah.
And that takes care of that. And I'll use my final little bit of stuff here to target who's still standing of the bad guys. That guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Down here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and try. Oh, it was going to be a 19.
Crit.
Oh, well. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, he had 13 hit points left.
189? Dear God.
You exploded
he's at negative-
his soul.
Negative 176?
Oh, okay then. Yeah.
You killed him in the
Nice,
afterlife.
That particular individual is not going to be feeding Apophis' hunger.
Right. Something. All right. That's it. Next.
Yep.
Do we sense
Right.
anything in here else with us?
Is it your turn?
No. Sorry.
Yeah. Do. Okay. So Carrick, standing there with his fingers still shooting off little tiny sparks, a little bit of static cling, grips his staff and says, "This isn't over." And he starts looking at I'd say corners, but there's really no corners, but he starts looking at the edges where the shadows seem to persistently stick.
Oh, little spider deans.
He's then going to move to where Banth was. And he doesn't actually see anything to attack just yet. It, oh, that's why. Falling down from the shadows, taking 2 actions to do so. This giant scampering arachnid nightmare scarpers near Roach. And with a reach of 10 feet, attempts to bite him. And he hits Roach. Roach needs to make a save throw. It's on the chat.
Nah, I don't see anything on my screen. It just says attack. It says 1d20 plus
Gotcha.
whatever, 44.
Well, you succeeded, so you only deal with stage 1. Actually, no, you succeeded. You're good. That's actually a good thing. But you do have to deal with the damage. A sense of non-penalizing nausea waves over you. And that is it for him. And I'm waiting for the game to catch up, apparently. Here we go. I believe this guy has reach. Oh, yeah. This strange spider centaur mechanical monstrosity in armor plate scuttles down from the impenetrable darkness above and strikes at Carrick, critically missing him. And that is it for him. Another one skitters down from the other side. Targets Voldegern and tries to do the same. And it's not much better. Another Nightmare Lang Spider. Skittering down. Targeting Serena and biting with its vicious poison-dripped fangs. Misses by 3. With some very awesome sound effects. Another spider dropping from the ceiling. Going for Raymond. No, that's a leg attack. Misses by 3. And we get to the top of the round with Roach. 'Tis your turn. You just got bit.
I just got attacked by a big ass spider. That's the more correct statement. These are robot
giant-
spiders. That's how you described them, correct?
No, not these ones. The two towards the throne are like mechanized, like half.
Oh, those are the
Humanoid.
ones you described. Oh, I had to move my screen up. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
okay.
ones are
The ones that are next to
constructs.
you-
These ones are bio.
The ones that are next to you are giant spiders with oddly numbered legs.
Cool.
None of them have
And
an even number of legs.
huh. I'm gonna drop concentration because everything that I had concentrated on is dead, so I don't need to concentrate. Let's find out if they have opportunity attacks. First I gotta switch to movement. Okay. We are going to move. You know what? Yeah, I got to because Nather's in my way, so I can't shape change. Yeah, screw that.
You have 4 actions.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to shape change because I can occupy this space below me. We're gonna find out how big the roof is.
Shit.
We want elemental form.
What form did you go for?
Fire. Because I figure they're gonna cause webs, and so that's why I'm going fire.
So you're going elemental form.
Fire, and I took poison resistance.
Fire. Poison resistance. That's probably a good call. Okay. How big does that make you? Oh, 3x3, 15. Okay. So the good news is you did not choose a form that was 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet. So you are almost touching the inky blackness that was the ceiling. But not quite.
Putting off any more light than he normally would be.
Hey,
There you go.
all of us
He's
have
putting
to
off
shed
a
our
little
own
more
light.
I've given him torchlight.
Okay.
And
But
then
it doesn't penetrate the ceiling.
oh, that's interesting to know. So that was 2 actions to change, and then my first, we're gonna attack.
We're doing like an elemental slam.
calls it tendril on here. God, why can I not roll high?
You still hit.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so you scream, "Get over here!" and fire a tendril at him. All of that, and it's 2d8 damage.
It's not the best form, but I did it more for worrying about webs and stuff. It's not the greatest
Okay.
form, but I'm restricted on what to call it. And
You
then
have
one more time, because that map 5.
hit by 8.
Okay, and that'll end my turn.
Okay. Those of you that are within 5-ish feet of the well in the bottom, the well in the middle, I should say, hear a slurping sound as something is coming up. You feel wind slowly coming out of the well as something advances up the well. All right, Voldegrind's going to take a 5-foot step, target the asshole who hit him, and try and return the favor. I think he returned the favor. Jesus Christ. And at map 5, he's going to do it again. But not with a 1. I think he's going to be spending his hero point. Yay, that's a hit. And he's down. So, 5-foot step. Strike, killing blow. He's going to 5, 10, 15. So that puts him, yeah, he's done. But he's now interjected himself in front of the mage. Raymond, you are up. Creepy giant-ass, oddly legged spider thingy is near you. Something terrible is galumphing its way up the well.
And can I see that thing?
To the west. It's still in the well.
Then I will hold that action, and I will take a 5-foot step. Target this guy. Strike. The sword keeps deleting my dex attack and thinking it's a strength attack.
That is a hit.
Damage. Don't get sneak attack.
It is now bleeding. Congratulations. You still have like 2 attacks.
I know. I have to manually hit type that I'm attacking it with dexterity every time I swing. Because for whatever reason, it doesn't read finesse. It's a good hit. 34 damage. 1, 2, and then my last attack. And hit and roll for damage again. VTT.
Okay. We're not going to apply the damage on this, but just do a normal attack. I want to see what it looks like, how it populates. Don't account for finesse. Just let's see if it does it.
Huh?
It
Yes,
applies
does.
+5 dexterity. Master.
Weird.
Does that look correct?
Yeah.
All right, I fixed the problem.
Okay.
The finesse
thank you.
tag on the weapon wasn't on there.
Ah.
And I put the tag on as you were doing your last attack, so I wanted you to do it again. Yeah,
Not
so
a
that's a
problem.
simple fix.
Thank you.
Like, as soon as you're like, yeah, it's not calculating finesse, I was like, I think the weapon forgot a tag. That on the weapon. Not the guy who made the weapon, of course, because, you know, he never fucks up.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Galumphing out of the shadows. Another lurking terror. This one targets Nether with a 10-foot fang attack. Misses by 5. Does a map 5 of that. Tries it again. Doesn't get any better. That's it for him. Nathan, you're up. Something terrible is coming up the well, and something opposite that just fucking attacked you. Okay, I can tell you this did not soak the damage. Okay. You have any other attacks?
No, move in 3 strikes.
All right.
I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry.
He's the silent killer. Farina, something terrible is galumping its way up the well.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear it.
I can hear, but I can't see it yet. And because I'm standing right there.
Well, you can hear it. And that's the important part.
God.
Okay, looking down the well with the true sight, can I see?
Yeah, you need to make a fucking
Will
I
save.
gotcha. It's a DC 38 will save, and you take the lower of the two. Wow. You succeeded by 1.
Okay, I was going to say, I was about to
Okay,
roll that, but
you
okay.
see a fluid, an indefinable, indescribable, sometimes plastic, sometimes solid, sometimes liquid, sometimes gas, sometimes light, sometimes darkness, sometimes vapor, sometimes ice, fluid form, reaching, crawling, sliding, slithering, stepping through the cracks of reality, coming up the well, and always in ever-changing shapes and forms. Sometimes there's a mouth or a hand or a fingernail or a phallus or an eyeball or a tongue or some hair. And one moment, a colony of small eyes crawls across the surface like spiders almost to coalesce into one colony of eyes that all look at you unblinkingly. And a tongue and mouth formed in that order, first the tongue, then the mouth, forms. And it looks at you at the edge of the well and is scampering forward. What do you want to do?
I want to put some arrows in those eyes.
They're going to be like, how does this thing feel about scat in the face? Because I just shit my pants.
Well, I mean, I was planning on explosive arrows at some point, but explosive diarrhea arrows might work.
Hyper monkey attack.
I cast dysentery.
No,
You're going to fire at it?
yeah.
Okay, good luck. The arrows plunge deep, deep, deep within the semi-solid mass, taking maybe 5 points of damage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Hey,
Yes, Pete?
Uh-huh.
I was wondering, this is considered a corporeal creature, correct?
But I would
Sometimes
consider
yes,
not.
sometimes no.
Yeah, it seems to be plane shifting. How do I feel about using the necklace of fireballs on it?
I don't know why you're asking us how you feel about that.
I'm kind of just thinking out loud. I mean, it's going to end up
gotcha.
having it's going to end up having the reverberation of the fire coming back up the well.
All out
But-
to Carrick to identify this thing. Just as a player hint.
Well, he's not in a spot where he can actually go over and look
yeah,
at
he
it.
can't see it. I'm going to have to make the executive decision and just deal with this thing.
Yeah, she chose to look down the well, dude.
It's a weird thing. I'm gonna blow it up.
It's a bag
This
of
is how
creeper
the ranger
coming up.
enact diplomacy.
It's a
Aggressive
Yeah.
negotiations, I see.
yeah. Anyway, so did that do anything?
It takes a little bit. It took a little damage. Not as much as you'd think it should have.
Okay. God, what else can I freaking do? I've taken.
I would step back away from the well.
Yeah, I'm gonna step away from the well and put up my shield, cause duh. And that'll be the last of that.
Oh, okay. And Carrick is going to try and deal first with this threat that's directly in front of him. And he's going to do that the best way he knows how. It failed that, so now Carrick's going to make his attack roll. Attack roll critically hit. He's rolling a lot of dice and striking it with a disintegrate, which does not quite kill it. Actually, it should have. My bad.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is a twofer. He's then going to move to where he can look down there. And he's going to make a knowledge check.
Hey, Crown, what the hell is this?
It's a legendary knowledge check with a plus 20. So whatever this result is, it's 666. So he got a 66. And he also now has to make a will save at 38, which shouldn't be too hard, but let's find out. Alright, he's good. Okay. He starts to stutter. Oh, God. And his ashy black skin turns 2 shades white. And a strip of his hair turns white. That's it for his turn. So, in other news, this pesky spider is going to try and bite the fucking fire elemental. Which somehow seems like a just glad dandy great idea for a spider. He misses. He's then going to try his web bola on a spider, which is going to not do a very good job.
It's almost like it disintegrated in the fires.
And then a leg attack, which critted.
It hit by -2. You gotta love that natural 20.
Well, the good news, it makes it only a normal attack because it improves the success by 1. So it's not a double attack, but it does trigger the critical to hit deck because it was a 20. Okay, so here's the fun part. Do fire elementals have spleens?
No.
I'm gonna assume I no, but I also don't remember the point of a spleen in a human body, so
Blood
It's
bank.
a filter.
Mostly decorative.
I know if it ruptures, you die really quickly, but that's about like all I can say.
But you can't live without it, though. They do splenectomies.
He does manage to do a little bit of damage to you, and that's it for him.
Does he take any damage from biting fire?
He didn't bite fire, he missed fire with his
Oh,
bite.
he-
He hit him with a leg.
Okay.
Here we go. This guy's going to target the wizard and try and bite him. Well, somebody took some damage. And he'll do a web bolo. Missed by 1. I should have done the web bolo first. And then we will do the leg attack at map 10. Which misses. Alright. We have another Lang Spider. This one is not a big fan of Raymond. He's going to start with a web bolo first, having learned from his peers. Getting an 18, that's actually a hit. Alright, so web bolo. We're going to read about that. Web bolo, magical, non-lethal, range trip, throw for 20 feet. 2d6 plus 14 bludgeoning. So I think you might have gotten tripped. Give me an athletics, give me a acrobatics check real quick. I'll call it a 35. Raymond. You avoid getting tripped, but there is this fucking web net bolo thingy wrapped around one of your legs.
I'm going to kill you.
That was his first attack, so he'll do the Fang at map 5. Let's see how that works for him. It's got to be close to 8 o'clock. Oh, it's 7:30, yeah. Oh, holy shit, he got a crit. Alright, that's a DC 33 Fortitude save coming up from you. Ooh.
Let's see.
Okay.
Alright. Let's roll fortitude. Ten for 37.
37, 33, okay. You do have to suffer the crit, though.
Fine.
Which is 57 points of holy shit damage. And our guy has a leg attack at map 10. Waiting for Foundry to catch up. I'm going to assume that's a miss. Alrighty. We're back at the top of the ladder here, folks, where Roach has turned himself into a fire elemental. And once the system catches up, it will be Roach's turn. Roach, what do you want to do today?
Okay, so do I see this creature that was climbing up the well, or is it still like hidden by the well?
It's not up. It's not out of the well yet. You can go over there and look down the well if you wish.
Well, I want to know if I'm aware of it so I can cast a spell.
Well,
You hear noises coming up from it. We haven't seen it. Two people have looked over the edge and freaked out.
Okay. Would that be enough justification for me to drop a spell on the well, Dave?
what are you going to drop?
I apologize to Carrick in advance. Volcanic eruption, centered on the well.
Okay, so you know something's coming out of the well, so you just drop the nuke down the well. I get it. That's fine. You can do that. You don't need to have to see this thing to do that. You're aware that something terrible is coming up the well. So throw
That's why I
the
was asking.
effects. Throw the effects of volcanic eruption up on chat. Oh. Oh shit. Okay, so if it sprays things 80 feet up in the air in a cylinder, and it's a 5-foot radius, right? So it's a
Being
10-foot
centered on the well,
diameter.
yeah.
The well itself, the hole is probably 6 or 7 feet across, so you can cover the entirety of the well. Let me actually make this guy invisible so I can refresh myself on them. Oh no, it's a large well. So yeah, the entirety of the thing can be contained within the area of the hole, right?
Okay.
It's then going to shoot 80 feet up in the air, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the first problem. The ground opens up. Do you see how those 4 words are a problem with where you want to put the attack?
Well, I'm thinking it's gonna drop in, and at some point, it's gonna create a nice contained explosion. That's my picture in my brain. Basically, you're throwing a grenade in a very confined space, and that's the spell, being in a very confined space.
Okay, but the problem is you have to target the ground, right? That's my interpretation. Okay, so he sends a mode of energy to the well opening. It then falls the sum total of either the spell's range or the depth of the the well, which we don't know what the depth of the well is. We just know that this thing has spent like fucking 3 rounds slithering up this thing. And that's 40, 80, 120, 360 feet. So we'll call it 350 to, we'll call it 350 feet below the surface of the well that you're at right now is the actual quote-unquote ground of the well. So that wouldn't work. It also doesn't work at the where you have it because it says the ground opens up. It has to be anchored on ground. You can't cast this in the middle of the air. Granted, it would be hilarious if you could just be like, hey, I'm going to randomly make a fucking volcanic eruption like in the air and have an 80-foot long, 5-foot radius, 10-foot diameter cylinder of fuck you. Because you could totally put this on a wall at that point and clear an entire hallway.
Yeah, I was gonna say just put it on the ceiling and have it inverted, pointed
But the
down
ceiling
towards
is
the
not
thing.
the ground. And also, you can't target the ceiling. I mean, have you guys not grokked to the fact that I was paying attention to how tall he is, and if he was 5 feet taller, you guys would have a fucking problem? The ceiling is not the ceiling. That was where I was going, is that this thing's going to shoot 80 feet up into a 20-foot ceiling, so the top 60% disappears into the fucking plains of Lang, yeah, aka an entirely different area.
That's at best.
So,
at worst,
so yeah,
umbrellas down on the rest of us.
Yeah, I think the problem is that there's no ground there.
Okay.
Okay, so restore it, or I just wasted a spell slot?
You can go ahead and restore it. I'm not a complete dick. It was a great idea if, like this would be a great... Okay, well, it's not exactly a great idea when the ceilings are less than 80 feet. That's another thing to keep in mind. This is mostly an outdoor adventure spell. Doing this, because the first thing I thought of was like, does this blow a hole in the quote-unquote ceiling? If this was a normal ceiling, it would just collapse the entire ceiling on you guys. And then it was like, oh no, this is an outdoor spell. You have indoor spells, outdoor spells. I think this is an outdoor spell. Dragons are an outdoor form, usually.
Hey, it was creative and interesting.
Yeah, it's a good idea if it
would
wasn't
be cool in the moment.
If it wasn't coming, like, okay, if the well was 20 feet and you did it underneath it, that'd be kind of fucking hilarious. But that would require you to be able to see the ground at that point. Anyway, that being said, you could elect to have it go off just next to the well on the ground. You could target the ground next to it, but the guy isn't up yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll wait then. I will cast... I'm looking at the details of the chain lightning. I don't know
You
how
have
close...
4 targets?
Huh?
You have 4 targets, correct?
1, 2... Yeah, I would have 4 targets. I just got to make sure... I don't know how far apart they have to be, or can be.
I believe it's 30.
Yeah,
and these guys are 35 to 40 feet across the way. It's like you could get 2 of them. It's a kind of a waste to do it at that point.
Screw it. I'll just do some attacks then.
You should grapple the spider.
I can, actually.
Fire Bear wants a hug.
Oh, dude, if you went Earth Elemental, we'd be like, Rock Lesnar, Suplex City.
So let's do that one. That was a critical... Oh, wait a minute.
That's
No,
that was hit.
Regular hit. I'm reading the line above. And then that was first attack. We'll do a second attack at map 5. Still hit, so we'll do some more damage. And actually, you know what? That was 2 attacks. We are going to cast a spell. We are going to cast... Where are you? At least I think I'm going to cast Regenerate. There we go.
Generate
Yes.
on who?
On me.
Since
You've
you did
lost
get chomped
19
a
hit
little bit.
points.
Yeah. And
Right.
I'm expecting the 2 people saying "oh shit" when they look over the well is enough for me to say that something bigger is coming. And I don't really like a map minus 10.
All right. Did you apply regeneration?
That's more about what it is map minus 10 kind of concerns me. But that'd end my turn. I gotta love those level
Okay.
1s on the rolls. At least it came now and not during an attack.
Yeah, it's bleed damage. Somewhere, your flaming self is bleeding.
You're not a fire elemental is not apparently immune to bleed. Okay.
Which would indicate that fire elemental actually does have a spleen. Interesting.
Something.
The spleen makes
And
blood
with
cells, so
that, our friend emerges. And holy crap, there's some lag going on right now. Come on, passive.
it just popped back up again.
That is.
Yeah, I made it visible like 90 seconds ago.
Oh.
Yeah. And I clicked on something 30 seconds ago at least, and it hasn't popped up yet. There we go. The Shoggoth constantly voices syllables and mutterings that mortals were not meant to hear. A creature entering the aura or starting its turn in the aura must succeed at a DC 40 will save or become confused for 1 round. 2d4 rounds on a critical failure. A creature that succeeds saves its temporary immune for 24 hours. So 2 of you have made saves. The rest of you are going to have to make saves at the start of your next turn. And with that, I'm then going to look at...
Wow.
What?
I was just going to say, are we going to find out what happens next week?
Almost. Don't jump the gun here.
All right.
Honestly, the closest person is the wizard, so... A pseudopod attack launches forward at Carrick. That is
Oh,
a
shit.
disturbing fucking sound. The critical strike. He spends an action to guarantee a grab. So
How many actions does this damn creature have?
it moved and it attacked and grabbed. The cacophony thing is a passive. It's a constant.
Oh, it's a passive. Okay, that's what I was missing.
Yeah.
It's an aura of madness.
Yeah. And critical attack. On Carrick, here comes the damage.
Oh shit.
That
Wizard
is a
was
lot.
no more.
Wizard needs healing kind of badly. Will the wizard get that healing? Will the party save him? Can he ungrapple himself from this thing that never should have been? Welcome to the end of the show, and the party has to face the real final boss of this encounter. A motherfucking elite sentient Shoggoth. A Shoggoth rebel. Find out next what happens next week on Dice at the Table. Don't forget, everybody, drink Dubby, DUBBY.GG, promo code DATT 2026 to get 10% off. If you like the show, if you're entertained by our shenanigans, you want to throw a coin in the bucket, you want to support any of the other Dice at the Table activities, including Sword and Crescent, or upcoming tactical assault game system stuff, please go to patreon.com, search for Dice at the Table, you'll find us. And if you care to donate, you get some cool shit, some exclusives. I'm going to be putting out some maps and some other stuff as well for Sword and Crescent, which are going to be at right now system neutral, so you can just use them as maps. I'm currently working on a very lovely Dusseldorf, the village of Dusseldorf. I will see you guys next time. We will all see you guys next time on Dice at the Table. Same time, same channel. See you guys next week.